unemployment insurance has been just made into something that nobody understands, that nobody cares about. It serves 30% of the unemployed, and those unemployed are the higher paid individuals who have full-time jobs. Maybe a nurse gets laid off, someone at the university moves on. Like, people with decent incomes are use unemployment insurance, and it's important for them. There's no problem. But the individuals who we're working with, who are temporary, part-time, just stringing together income, they're not getting unemployment insurance. They don't even see it as an issue. We don't see it here as even an effective kind of social safety net piece. So the reason why we don't even know that there is like we'd say, how could there be a surplus? Well, there's a surplus because most of the unemployed people don't get access to it.
Well, so how well is employment insurance suited to addressing joblessness then?
Well, it does take a bit of history. You have as I said, you had the 1980s where it was relatively generous.
Yeah, we talked about that.
70% probably were accessing it who are unemployed. And then you get to the point, we did a program in 1982 that gave people 20 weeks of work. Government paid us to employ people for 20 weeks of work so they could qualify for unemployment insurance for another year. So this was it's kind of nonsense stuff. Like, nobody's proud that went on, but that was a program, and it helped a group of workers keep a source of social income. But slowly in the 1980s and 90s, they stopped doing that, and they started closing the system. The Forget Commission in, I think it was 93, kind of closed up, said, we got to really rethink this. And then the Liberals, around 95, under Paul Martin and Chrétien, they really decimated what was the unemployment insurance system. And soon enough, by 97, this reality of only 30% of the unemployed getting unemployment insurance and the 70% being left out, that was the reality. So we've been going through that reality. It's almost 20 years.
So if 70% of people it's not applicable, and yet there's 56 billion or whatever it is sitting there, why is it referred to as a slush fund? What does that mean?
Well, I saw that
What does that mean to you?
Well, literally it means that I saw that who's the economic minister under Harper?
The finance minister was
Joe
Flaherty, and then Joe Oliver.
Joe Oliver, yeah. Well, literally, what I read is that Joe Oliver used $6 billion of that fund and put it into regular accounts to get rid of the deficit in the last budget.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I think that's not I think there's a lot more creative ways that money should be used to support the people at the very bottom of the economy, to help them, have some kind of a safety net.